Welcome to the STEM Case Summary Overview, aka Byte of Biology number 5. I'm Miss Hamblin, and I'm here to take you on a journey through how to accurately answer the STEM Case summary questions and make sure that you guys really grasp what this whole activity was about. So what we did in our STEM case is we went through the STEM case as a whole. We looked at different data, we experimented with different things, and what we're going to be doing today is going through the case summary questions. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 questions to answer as you're doing this. You're going to start with the question about explaining the relationship between coral and algae. This should be something we learned in our last unit, but if it's not, that's something you can go back and figure out in the background section. So as a reminder, in your case summary, the background section is going to be, whatever's in bold right here is where you want to go back. Like, look, there's the background. That's where you want to go back and look at it for information to help you answer this question, okay? What we are looking for that one is, I want you to describe the mutually beneficial relationship between the coral and the algae. How is it mutually beneficial? What's happening in there? And then relate a problem in algae photosynthesis to coral bleaching and how those are connected. Okay, so that's the connection that we are looking for. For our second question, how did water from the Great Barrier Reef affect ATP, NADPH, and the sugars? Those were the 3 things we were collecting data on. So that's your initial observation. So you're gonna go down to all of your data, you're gonna look at your information that you're getting, and then you'll figure out what is happening. So you'll get a point for talking about the Great Barrier Reef water and what it was inhibiting, excuse me. You'll also get a point for that question for telling me what happened to photosynthesis due to the concentrations of ATP, NADPH, and the sugar. So what happened as a result of the photosynthesis process. Okay, so that's your initial observations. And again, you can go back in that part of the experiment and figure that out. Okay, the third question is talking about data from the paraquat experiment. Explain how you know that paraquat did not cause the coral bleaching. So in this part of the question, I want you to talk about paraquat and the temperature inhibiting PS1, that's photosystem 1, and the Calvin cycle respectively. So that means they're inhibiting both. Then you'll tell us that how does this not agree with the data that you just went over in the statement above, like the initial observations? How does this not agree with what was happening here? So that's how you're going to eliminate that as an option. And then for our next question, you're going to talk about why you know diuron caused the coral to bleach. So for that one, you're just saying how the data matches. How does the data that you collected match to what would happen with diuron? Okay, once you have an answer to all 4, you'll submit them. There are some extensions for you guys to complete afterwards and look at what's actually happening in the coral reefs. I encourage you guys to do that, but for the most part, that's how we want you guys to answer this. And I think that with your understanding from the ecosystems case and going through this STEM case in class, working your groups, I think that should be a pretty simple task for the conclusions on this one. To figure out what your score report and be able to submit that, you're going to go to your lab. Once I show your scores on there, this button will be available for you for results for the photosynthesis STEM case. And then you're going to go up to, I'm just going to use this one to show you guys it's the same in the ecosystems one. So you would click on results, okay? You'd click on right here, this print button, and it's going to save your report as a PDF, and that's going to go through all of your grades on there. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If you have questions, let me know, but that's going to be the easiest way to do it. Save the report as a PDF by clicking the print button. Okay, and you'll do that for the STEM case, but Ms. Connell and I have to go and release your grades first. Okay?